And hello, class. Welcome. We are officially going into week number 10 of our course. This is the beginning of week number 10. Many of you all may be viewing this video a little bit later on today or throughout the course of our Sunday. For those who do not view this, it will probably be the next day tomorrow, which will be Monday, which is, of course, the beginning of our week 10 module. Few things that I want to talk about, and I need to stress this as important. I've noticed that a lot of the class has actually fallen off a little bit in terms of the deadlines. And I really want to put emphasis on meeting the deadlines. For example, and there's leniency when it comes to this. So let me explain before I get into this class. The quiz was due by Friday midnight going into Saturday morning. The discussion questions were due by last night midnight going into this morning. And of course, tonight at midnight going into tomorrow morning will be the second section of your final paper. And what I've noticed is that only a few have taken the quiz. There's a lot of you all that have not taken quiz two. And when it comes to the discussion question posts, only a few of you all have done your initial post for your discussion question post. Now, I need to emphasize, class, the importance of meeting deadlines. And I know that everybody, for the most part, has an understanding of this. And I know that you all have shown proficiency over the semester. This is a very long 15 weeks to take an online course, very long, as opposed to us, like, for example, doing something that was a little bit more synchronous, where I would have been able to meet you all face to face on campus. And then there would have been a portion that would have been online when it comes to taking this course. But then this would have been considered to be a blended course. But I just need to really emphasize, if any of you all are experiencing difficulties, and I understand time management does often get to be challenging, reach out to me right away. Do not hesitate. Send me an email. Give me a phone call. That's what I'm here for. The duality of being your instructor for this course is not only to give you information and knowledge pertaining to our subject matter, but to also guide you and make sure that you come to a successful completion within this course. So, again, I'm a little concerned because we are kind of falling off a little bit as a class when it comes to completing the weekly task. And I've noticed that more for week 9 than I have the previous weeks. Again, I understand it's a very long semester. We're looking at 15 weeks. But realize this, class, is that we're coming towards the end. This is going to be the official kickoff and open for week 10. After that, we have 5 more weeks left within this course, and we are going to be done. Another thing to keep in mind is, if you look at my syllabus, I do talk about points being deducted for late work being turned in. So, for example, if you don't take a quiz, 10% deduction. If you don't submit a portion of your final paper, 10% deduction. If you don't meet those deadlines and those due dates. And even with the discussion question post, another thing to keep in mind is that I also deduct points from that when you do not give your initial response. So, again, this is just a message, and I'm hoping that everybody's looking at the videos, because one of the things that I happen to do within the news feed, I will post a video up that you will click on. It's a YouTube link that you will look at the video and get a sound understanding of what our topics are going to be for the week and what you need to do to complete the week successfully. So, again, if you're having problems, I welcome your emails. I check them randomly. Also, if you need to talk to me face to face or one on one, give me a phone call. My phone number is listed. If you need tutoring, we can set up like a Zoom session throughout the course of the week. I know that we're all busy again, and I know that we're trying to incorporate everything within our busy lives. But however, though, take all this into consideration. These things you can utilize. I am here at your convenience. And I will say that again. I am here at your convenience. And if you notice, some of you all throughout the course of the semester that have actually reached out to me, I respond to you immediately. I do within the matter of the same day. Depends on when you may send the email or when you may text me or call me. I'm going to respond within that same day to give you an answer and to meet all of your needs. So I need to really put emphasis on that. If you're experiencing problems, do not hesitate again to reach out to me. What the goal here is that we want a successful completion of the course. And I really don't want anyone to fall behind substantially. For example, if you have not submitted your midterm project, I did get the majority of those. If you notice this past week, those were graded and I gave you feedback per the rubric. I attached the rubric on the response and that has been published and posted. So you can actually look at that rubric. It's a Word document. You can open it up and you can see exactly how I graded you per the midterm. And I also do that for the sections of the final paper as well. So let's be diligent, class, and let's work on getting the second section of the final papers. They are due tonight at midnight. Also, for those that didn't take the quiz, all right, keep this in mind. Go ahead on and get the quiz done. It's 10 questions, multiple choice, and true and false. It will not take you long to complete at all. So take that into consideration as well. Okay, with that being said, all right, I welcome your calls. I welcome your emails. Of course, you know my phone hours for receiving calls are 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can call me. If I don't answer the phone right away, leave a message. Or you can text me to identify yourself, who you are. And if you want me to return your phone call, I will expedite that and I will give you a call back to discuss whatever problems you may have regarding the course. Okay, so let's move on here. This week, we are going into week number 10. Week 10 of the course. And so we're talking about performance standards, job descriptions. We're talking about keeping employees. We're talking about how do we boost employee morale within the hospitality industry. That's what chapter 10 is going to be centered on. So, as every week, I've provided a PowerPoint and I've put some main points together regarding what we have to look at within the content. So, for example, we talk about organization and scheduling, and we know that a lot of supervisors and managers actually do encounter issues when it comes to scheduling employees. We talk about the forms of compensation and employment that are available to the employee who happens to be working for the facility. And then also, as this is a cost control course, we kind of talk about what are fixed costs and what are considered to be variable costs within the restaurant. And we also talk about performance standards and we talk about job descriptions within certain positions within the restaurant. So, what I did this week, and I think this is rather intriguing, I actually came up with some discussion. Now, again, the discussion question posed to you all are going to be due Saturday at midnight, going into Sunday morning. You don't have as much work to complete within week 10 as you did within week 9. So, with that being said, it looks like that a lot of late submissions are going to be coming in for the week 9 work. Utilize week 10 to do the quiz and also to work on section 2 of your final paper if you do not get section 2 submitted on time by midnight tonight. What do I mean by that? I will not deduct any points if you happen to submit section 2 of your final paper and then also take the second quiz. So I'm giving you all an extension. That's what I'm doing coming into this week. But make sure, though, that the 3 discussion question posts, and I give you about 3 a week. I know last week I only gave you 2, and that was to give you time to work on section 2 of your final paper, as well as reviewing and reading the materials and taking the quiz this week, as I know that you all have other courses as well that you have to complete work in, whether it be online or whether it be face to face on campus in the classroom. So, want to get back to the discussion question post again. I think This is rather interesting. The first one, for example, I talk about job descriptions and performance standards. Okay. And what I want you all to do, I want you to be creative. I want you to use your critical thinking skills regarding this. I want you to create a job title. Also, kind of give the specifics. So, page 149 of your text, figure 10 1, I want you to follow that as your model and give me a response for the first discussion post or the first discussion question post. I'm sorry there for kind of stuttering on my words. My apologies. And then, kind of the second one, the second discussion question post, it kind of reflects on how are we handling ourselves as a facility, as a restaurant, during this COVID-19 pandemic. Now, this one, what I'm looking for is I want you all to find a YouTube clip regarding how staffing challenges are being handled within this pandemic. And I want you to post a link as a response. But what I want you to do as well in doing that, I want you to make a statement in a few sentences on what the video is all about when you post the link to YouTube. And it should trigger a discussion among the group. And so I'm really waiting for the responses regarding this. And then the final one is kind of a reflection, okay, kind of based on maybe your work experience working in the hospitality industry. And it's related towards low caliber staffing. We talk about that within the textbook on what low caliber staffing is. As a matter of fact, that's one of the beginning terms within chapter 10. So I want you to write a brief summary about your experience as being a worker. For example, did you ever experience poor training on the job? Did you ever experience a bad supervisor that you were up under? Or did you ever encounter insufficient pay? So think about that and reflect on that and give me your response for a discussion question post number 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do as always, I am going to put this in the news feed on our action items that are due this week. Again, with the 3 discussion question posts, these are all going to be due Saturday at midnight going into Sunday morning. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to give an extension for everybody that has not done that. Again, I've gotten a few submissions on taking the second quiz and also getting the second section of your final paper completed. I'll be looking for that throughout the course of the week for those submissions to come in. Okay, if you want to discuss matters any further, reach out to me, class, by email, again, by phone. I cannot stress that enough, and I need to continue to stress it. Reach out to me, and so that I can deal with you on a one-to-one basis. This is just a general video that I'm uploading, but if you want one-on-one consulting, give me a call. That's what I'm here for. Okay, everyone. Again, it is Sunday morning. Hope everybody has enjoyed their weekend and you have a great start to the week. And I am here for your questions and concerns to get them answered. Take care.